As you can see, we are here in Arravale Rovers, and of course we're going to be speaking to some of the folks involved here with the ladies football, and that's Anne-Marie and Tom O'Dwyer. Tom, you may talk to me first of all in relation to ladies football itself, and I suppose nationwide there's a huge amount of ladies football, but here this evening we're in Sean Tracy Park.
Yeah, that's it, Stevie. And look, first of all, just thanks a million for coming over this evening. I know it's not your first time in recent weeks being in Sean Tracy Park, and I know it's very much appreciated by us all, here in the club. Ladies football, Stevie, I think for the year that's in it, the 50th anniversary of the LGFA, I think it's only fitting, I think, that we start with ladies football nationwide and in general. The popularity of the game it's gone through the roof really over the last 10-15 years in particular. I know since I first came in here to Arravale Rovers Ladies Club, I could sense at the time with ladies football there was something big happening. I suppose what we were striving to here over the years is just try to be a big part of that. When we saw the popularity growing with both kids and adults, and the big retention of players, I think that's in the game has been crucial to that. So again, like I said, for the year that's in it, the 50th anniversary in Tipperary, as we all know, being the first winners of the ladies football All-Ireland, I think it was only fitting, I think, that we gave, I mentioned too how popular the game has grown nationwide over the years.
I'm going to go across, if I could, to Anne-Marie for a moment. Anne-Marie,
hi, Stevie, how are
it's
you?
Great to have you as always. And now
Thanks
we're going
million,
to
Stevie.
maybe just talk to me about a Friday and a typical Friday evening here in Sean Tracy Park.
Oh, a typical Friday evening here is a hive of activity, Stevie. So far as to say now, we have to put out a schedule every week for all our activity. All our age groups from under 6 the whole way up along traditionally to adult would train here on a Friday evening. As you can see there, even yourself on camera there, under 6s, under 8s, under 10s, under 12s, 14s, 16s, 19s, 21s, adults. There's currently an under 11 match going on the bottom field. The facilities are fantastic, and I suppose the main aim of a Friday evening here is to see the smiles wider on the faces going out than they were coming in, and that's, it's fantastic to see it. A busy place on a Friday evening, but you wouldn't want it any other way, Stevie.
Roughly how many have you participating here, or maybe members in particular?
Well, we have 250 odd members. On any given Friday night we would have up on 180 of those possibly here. Now this evening we don't have our adults here because there's also training during the week. For some of our teams we train twice at a minimum, but on any given Friday night here it is wall to wall kids training. As I say, 180 to 200 people training here. And
so we're just going to have a look now as well here, Anne-Marie, just down here.
Under 11s playing a little Go Games challenge against our neighbours Golden. Fantastic for underage, under 6 nursery, under 8, 10, 12. They participate in national Go Games, and it's a wonderful experience for the girls. Great to get and meet their neighbours. Again, this age group on the cusp of possibly going into secondary school, and meeting other girls that they'll be attending school with that they wouldn't have been in primary school with.
Okay, we're just going to pop up onto the main field again. We're going to just go back to Tom, if I could, there for a moment. Tom, just a few moments ago, and I'm just going to show it here from a distance again, is just at the back of this wall. In fact, I might just have a look there while you're talking to me. Explain what's in there.
Yeah, Stevie, what we have here is our Astro pitch in Sean Tracy Park. Now, normally on a Friday evening, our under 6 ladies would train in that Astro. We find it a nice, safe environment for them, a really ideal surface, I think, to learn the early skills of the game, Stevie, I think, and also, for their 45 minutes they're here on a Friday, just some play time for them in there, as well as picking up just some of the basic skills of the game. I think that 4, 5, 6-year-old will learn, and I think it's a great environment for him, Stevie. And I know the coaches would concur with that.
So we're just taking in, Tom, some of the actual training that's going on here
so
at the
here
moment.
we have
Owen McCarthy is there with them,
we have Owen, Ciara, we have Anya, Caroline and Podge here all coaching with our under 8s. Now I think our under 8s this year have one of the biggest playing numbers I think that we have in the club. It's a really, really good sign for the future of the club to see such a big number at that age, you know.
It certainly is, mate. Maybe just have a quick word with Owen, if I could, for a moment.
Stevie.
Owen,
how are you doing?
what's the crack?
I'm good now, yourself?
Talk to me about your coaching here and how easy it is really to get him more interested in ladies football.
Look, we kind of inherited a large group that came up from the 6s last year. We have a good group of coaches here with us this year, and it's easy, I suppose, when they're coming and they like to be engaged in that. So it's an easy group to kind of look after, to be fair, you know.
How many have you coaching here at the moment?
We've 6 coaching in the 6s, so we've 5 tonight, but we've 6 coaches. We have a good group of us together.
Okay, they're enjoying it.
They are, yeah, it's great. And the kids are enjoying it as well, which is the main thing.
That's the most important thing, isn't it?
That'll keep them coming back, hopefully, please God.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Owen, great talking to you.
Lovely, Stevie.
Great stuff. Okay, with that, I think, Tom, if we could maybe just have a look. We won't see it directly now from here, maybe, but
just on
explain.
that, Stevie. Just after you're talking to Owen there, I know we'll meet more of the coaches in a few minutes, but at the moment we've 42 coaches in the ladies' club, which is a phenomenal number, you know. And to come in here every Friday, and some are coming midweek as well, to give that sort of volunteering to the ladies' club has been. It's been a huge factor, I think, in our development and the growth of the club over the years, Stevie. So I think that was definitely something that needed to be mentioned, you know. Absolutely, yeah. That's a relationship, Stevie, that goes back years, well before I ever came to Tipperary town, you know. So many Arravale Rovers boys have went through that school down there, and I suppose the most recent the most recent project that happened was the new Astro facility down there, which is a shared facility between the Abbey and Arravale Rovers here. So the ladies' club, we get great use out of that, and I think it was a blessing in disguise this winter. I think that we could get teams back good and early. Back training good and earlier, probably 6-8 weeks earlier than we'd normally be back, even with some of these small kids you see here. So look, I think I'd like to thank Paddy Delaney, John Kiley for all the work they did, and the communication with myself and Anne-Marie and other members of the ladies club while that project was going on, and we're delighted to be a big part of it, Stevie.
I'm going to go back to Anne-Marie if I could, just for a moment. Anne-Marie, in relation to the age groups at Underage, where did they start off, and what age group did they start off at, really? And
okay, so we start here with a nursery programme at under 6, and then we have under 8s, 10s and 12s, and the odd age groups in the middle of that as well. They're all non-competition teams. They run under the Go Games model. Now, the 21st of June just gone, following Owen's brainwave, Owen McCarthy, our under 8 coach, one of our under 8 coaches, he was very anxious to have a big blitz here to showcase everything that goes on for those age groups. And oh my God almighty, Stevie, when I tell you there was 120 games of football played over here with 20 clubs participating. We had under 8s and under 10s. We had under 6s playing their fun games and all the rest of it. It was absolutely fantastic. Now, again, like that and the rest, a day like that can't be achieved without the amount of volunteers that we have. It takes a small army to run something as big as that, and to run it as effectively and efficiently as we did. But the most important takeaway from it all was the fact that every single solitary girl here had a most brilliant time. They had great fun, they had great sport. It was a huge undertaking, but at the same time a very, very worthwhile. As I say, that's up to under 12 are our non-competition age groups, so they run under the Go Games model, and then following on from that we have under 14, under 16, under 17, under 19, under 21 and adult. So they're the competition ages that are available to us via our county board and the competitions that they put in place for us, and we are actively involved in all of those age groups. Under 17 is finished for the year and under 21 is finished for the year now. We were in the under 17 final and unfortunately we came out a point or two shy of Borhalahan on that evening, but we did take away an under 21 title this year, which was marvellous for the club. Again, like that and the rest, we remember vividly the days where we hit the 1 point loss, but we remember with great excitement the ones that we win to.
But they'll learn from that, won't they?
You have to learn to win and lose. They're the under 14s now, they're actively in competition at the minute, this group.
And I think it's good to have Peter Lambert, former Tipperary footballer, involved as well as coach.
Absolutely fantastic, yeah. Wonderful, great. We have great coaches in fair. They're very, very dedicated people, giving freely of their time and so very invested in the girls.
Might maybe just, if I could, just have a quick word with Peter for 1 second.
Absolutely,
if I could.
yeah.
I'll
just give you a hand over to Peter here. Now, Peter.
Well, Peter, good to see you.
Steve, how are you?
I'm good. Now you're going to talk to me for a moment about the group that you're training here tonight.
Okay, so they're the under 14 girls. A very, very good, strong panel of girls. Myself, Carmel, Anthony have been with them since they were under 8, Carmel.
Yes, I think so, yes.
So we've seen them grow up and mature into, fine players. So we're involved in the A competition this year now.
How is that going for you?
It's going well. We've had a good start. I think we've played 4 games. We've lost won 3, so we're holding our own. We're happy with the progress and the effort and the performance, and I suppose we're just emphasising the importance of the performance rather than the result, and that we're building for the future,
That's important, Carmel, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean these girls, they're great potential. We have a couple of county players here on this team, and there's a lot of potential and a lot of interest, which is great for girls.
And that's down to a lot of the coaching.
Well, yeah, I mean it's great to see for you girls to have a sport and that they can be very good at it. They are. And very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable to watch them, actually. Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Carmel, thank you again.
You're welcome, Steve.
Peter, thank you as well.
No bother, Stephen.
Good stuff.
Thanks a lot. Sorry.
Okay, we're just going to move down along and we'll maybe take in another group of them that are just down here. So I'm going to go back to Tom for a moment. More from you, Tom.
Yeah, thank you, Stevie. Yeah, so again, we're heading down here next to our group of under 10 girls who had a very busy week. They were in Croke Park on Monday, Stevie, with their coaches for the National Go Games Activities Day, which was a huge occasion in Croke Park, and I think...
How did that go, Tom? Because there's always huge interest in that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, I was looking at a lot of the video clips on the LGFA Facebook page this week, and actually the clips are still going up as late as today. And the amount of coaches that were interviewed up there, and everyone seemed to say the same thing, that for 8, 9, 10-year-olds to get the experience of playing in Croke Park is just something very, very special, I think, for kids, and please God, as a lot of coaches would have said, including our own coaches, that a lot of these girls will play in Croke Park again in the future. But if they never do, what an experience for them at such a young age, And again, you look at the journey and the bus, the meeting up here on Monday morning to get the bus and the bus journey home and all that for kids that age. That's as well as the fantastic experience of playing at Croke Park for kids that age. I think the whole package of the day out is it's what's important, you know.
And Marie, you're going to talk to me for a moment about Brendan Crowe, the caretaker.
Oh, I don't know where to begin with about Brendan, to be honest with you, and we all feel the same way. And although everybody over here works very, very hard to get and create the best that we possibly can, we wouldn't be able to do a quarter of it without the dedication of Brendan Crowe. Brendan, you know, we have big days here on fairly regular occasion. We have had county finals, we've had a PPS All-Ireland Schools final.
Yeah, the post-primary schools, because there's a huge amount of work going on in the background that a lot of people don't see outside of here.
Oh, absolutely. But I can tell you without one shadow of a doubt, whatever is going on here, Brendan is here to help us out and to give his opinion and all the rest of it. Like, in fairness, Stevie, we're very, very lucky, the relationship that we have with all the codes that are over here, everybody that uses the Arravale Rovers name. We have great relationships with everybody, and I can't say enough about Brendan, to be honest with you. I know Tom alluded to our relationship with the juvenile club and the senior club. It's wonderful, actually. It's absolutely marvellous.
It is, and without the like of Brendan Crowe and all this involved, you'd be lost, really. Tom, if I could go back to you for a moment, you're going to talk to me about not just the club activities, but how the clubs work together, male and female.
Yeah, it's fantastic, Stevie. You know, I think it's 4 years now since I came in as chairperson, and you know, I think my main aim straight away was to build up relationships with both the senior and juvenile club, and I have to say to this day, you know, we're all great friends. We're like any GA club. This is a very, very, very busy place for 7 days of the week, and the senior club and the juvenile club have been so good to us over the years to give us such great times. Great days, you know, to get through our training, so we can have all our kids, you know, from under 6 all the way up to under 14, and our under 16 and adult teams all training here, getting their training done during the week, Stevie, and on a Friday. And that can't happen without the relationship we have with the senior club and the juvenile club. So I just want to thank Michael Lonergan, Fionnuala O'Mahony and all the committee there in the senior club for all their help, and Ivor Wilkinson, Niall Considine, you know, there in the juvenile club. We're great to include our girls in their camps, and I know we've Cool Camp here next week, and like all camps there'll be a large number of girls here, Stevie, next week for that. So again, yeah, just to summarise that, you know, our relationship with the senior club and juvenile club here is fantastic, and it's been a huge part of our development over the years, Stevie.
Might just maybe have a word with some of the lads involved here.
So we have Rachel, Pádraig and Maria.
Okay, so Rachel is here, Maria is over here, and Pádraig is here. How's training going for you, Pádraig?
All good, yeah, all good.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah, all coming on week by week, all going better and better, week in, week out. So
That's a great commitment.
this is a new grid from now, so there's
what age group have you got here?
under 10s. So
Okay,
all going well.
and you can just talk to me now. Maria's over here as well.
Just trying to get him into you, finding space and moving after.
Well, Stevie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Marie?
Not too bad now.
Okay, listen, how did you get involved and why?
My eldest daughter, Aveen, is actually playing here under 10s. They looked for help last year with under 8s, so I volunteered when they came asking for people to help with coaching the teams.
And you had no issue with that whatsoever?
No issue at all, no.
Okay.
I did a bit of coaching in Dublin before I came down
Would you
here.
encourage others now to come on board here for the new season coming up?
I would indeed. Anyone who's willing to help out, we greatly appreciate it. An hour a week, even just to be here and help us with the girls and bring them on, is a great help. You don't never have to have coached before. Any help is great.
But isn't it good for the mindset as well, isn't it?
It is good to get the hour out in the fresh air with the girls.
It certainly is. Would Rachel McGuire, I wonder, would she agree with you or disagree with you? Rachel, how are you?
Good, Stevie.
And would you agree with that? Isn't it great fun to get out and get a
It
bit
is,
of fresh air into the brain?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. I have no experience prior to this with football, but I actually learned from the children. The children, they're great. Like to.
But should they teach you on their own?
Yeah,
Because
they do. And they enjoy
love it, don't they?
We enjoy training with them then as well.
It's great to see it, and as we can just see here, Pádraig is outside now. He's given a demo to the girls and telling them what to do, how to do it, and I suppose the most important thing is, again, enjoy it.
That's it, yeah. Once they're enjoying it, that's the main thing.
Good stuff. Thanks, Rachel. Thank you, Marie.
Thanks, Stevie.
Good stuff.
And Stevie, while I have you there now, you're just after interviewing the two ladies, and both Maria and Rachel are very active members of our Gaelic for Mothers and Others group, who haven't gotten a mention yet. So
Hold on there now for 1 second. Rachel, how's Gaelic for Mothers going for you?
That's brilliant. I've actually missed a few weeks of it, but definitely that's...
It's something that I think is very, very important, let's be honest, because it's a great outlet again for mothers, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And the crack there, you won't get it anywhere else. Anyone that's at a loose end or looking to join that and should definitely join the Mothers and Others, because, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It's very, very good.
What do you think, Marie?
Well, I love it. It's my outlet and my time to myself every week, and you know, we've such a good group of women, and you have a good laugh, and it's women encouraging women and to bring them on.
And there's no competition worthwhile. It's just get out there and enjoy yourself.
It's the social side, the fitness side, and you have the blitzes every now and again to add a bit of fun, but anyone can do it. If you've never played before, if you have played before, anyone's welcome.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Sorry, Stevie.
Yes, Tom?
They went to Mallow a few weeks ago. They were very quiet down there, as you can imagine, after going.
I think there was great celebrations down in Mallow. I've seen pictures of it, and Marie, it was great. You had a wonderful, wonderful day down there.
Yes, Stevie, we had a great day down there. We were lucky with the weather, but sure, that didn't stop us going out and enjoying every single game we played.
Well done. And Marie, isn't that great to hear that?
Oh, listen, Stevie, the Gaelic for Mothers and Others is very, very close to my heart now as well. It's our first year with the group. It has extended our membership exponentially. We actually have about 50 Gaelic for Mothers and Others, and they're an absolute pleasure on a Wednesday night to come over and be involved with working with the women. It's an absolute pleasure, and it's hugely beneficial and important in every aspect of the community, because what we find here now, when I look around and see a lot of our female coaches here, nearly every one of them are involved with our Gaelic for Mothers and Others. So they're constantly willing to learn. They're bringing it back then to the children, and I have always said it, irrespective of the age group or what, when you walk in the gates of Sean Tracy Park, you're walking from a community into a whole other community. This is a community in itself, and it's open doors. Everybody is welcome, and the Gaelic for Mothers and Others really proves that to me, the popularity of it and the fun involved in it.
Tom, we spoke a little bit earlier about players playing for the county. I think it was Carmel that mentioned it to me a little bit earlier on.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you know what? Again, great experience, but you know, just to see him wear the blue and gold is something else.
Absolutely, and I think
what
what's a very good starting point there with that conversation, Stevie, is just to first of all congratulate Adam Ryan, David Ryan and Dara O'Hora on what's, you know, I think
unique history, isn't it?
Widely regarded as probably the greatest All-Ireland in any age group of all time, you know. And I think I've looked back at it about 4 times since on record.
And it gets better every time you look back.
And it does, Steve. It gets better every time, you know. And I think just to pass on our congratulations, I know the 3 lads have great connections here with the Ladies Club as well, and are great friends of us here in the Ladies Club. And look, anyone, you know, I think that from the juvenile club and the senior club here that wore the blue and gold in 2024, I think we just send out from the Ladies Club, we send out our congratulations to them on that. I think we've had in the Ladies Club here, we've had 10 ladies from under 14 up to adult represent the Ladies Club, and I think Anne-Marie will give you a better insight into that, Stevie.
Anne-Marie, you might actually talk to me about that, what Tom was just saying.
About our inter-county ladies, absolutely. We've grown, our participation has grown year on year with our involvement in the inter-county teams. It's fantastic. It's a true testament to the club and to everything about the club, and you know, the ambitions of the club and the players involved with the club. It's a huge commitment, an absolutely tremendous commitment. We've had a number of coaches involved with inter-county teams as well, which is also another big, huge commitment. But we're so incredibly proud. Well, we're proud of all of our players every time they take to the field. But you have to really, really pride yourself in the girls that stand up there in the blue and gold and give their all, and then come back and they give back to their club as well.
Isn't it great just to see him wear that famous blue and gold
It's
jersey?
absolutely
But
fantastic.
you're also involved with the county board yourself. What's your role there?
I'm the county registrar, Stevie, and listen,
How is that going for you?
it's going. I'm quite used to it now. I'm 3 years as the registrar, and I was involved for a number of years
There's still
before
a bit
that.
of work involved in it, isn't there?
But there's an awful lot of work involved, Stevie, and not just being involved with a county executive or anything like that, at club level. And the work that's involved is spread across everywhere. I spoke to you earlier about the Blitz Day that we had.
Correct, yeah.
And only for the participation and the volunteering of parents, their time, their goods. They brought goods for the shop. They stood and they served tea and coffee. But even along with that, what we found on the day was the limits that our players are willing to go to. So, as I said, it took about 50 people volunteering their time to create that day and make that day what it was. That included quite a number of our underage players, our under 16 players, reffing matches. So they're more than willing to give of their time, and that's across the board. It's everywhere. Tipperary Ladies County Board, it's a very vibrant place to be. It's busy. Again, like that, and the rest is just it's keeping everything in focus, and it kind of leads on. I was quite used to being involved with committees from being involved in the committee here, so it wasn't new to me. But look, two exceptional committees to be involved in, and it keeps me on my toes. It keeps everybody on their toes. You'd be busy, all right, but it's very enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable.
Tom, there's an under-11 match taking place down here against Golden Kilfeacle.
There is, and we have our under-16s actually here as well. Mark will have a word with us in a couple of minutes. Stevie, I know we had a.
They're not ready yet, are they now?
They're having their water break here, I think.
Yeah,
I just on the under-11 match. I know we had a look at it there a few minutes ago. Yeah, we have.
At least we know and will.
Yeah. We have some fantastic coaches down there, we have Ciara O'Mahony and John Roach, Kieran Shields, Sabrina Garrett, and Marie, am I missing anyone there? Fantastic coaches, and I know they're very busy down there at the moment with their under-11
match. Mark is going to just have a quick word with me here now at the moment.
Yeah.
Mark, good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you, Stevie. How are things?
I'm great. Talk to me about your group that you're training with here and that you are coaching.
I'm coaching here with the ladies under 16 team. We got together a number of weeks ago. Training has been going very well. Good committed bunch of girls. We're kicking off championship in a week or two, so we're just putting the final touches to preparation, and we hope to have a successful year in the championship.
What are you expecting in the championship?
I expect we're in the under 16B championship, Stevie. We have a competitive bunch of girls. We have between 15 and 16 year olds. We have a number of county players, so I feel we can compete very well in the championship, and I feel we could go all the way.
You're very optimistic.
I'm optimistic, Stevie, but I think the way the girls are training, that it could come together for us, and the way they're showing and the way they're scoring, it might all work out for us.
You go for it, Mark. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thanks very much, Stevie. Okay, great to meet you.
Thank you very much. And Marie, anything that you want to add to it before we wrap up here from Sean Tracy Park this evening?
But I'm delighted you came over, Stevie. I'm delighted that you can see the club, and the general population will see the club for what it is. It's a hive of activity. It's a happy place, and ultimately it's fun for all the girls. But we do have the competitive edge as well. It would be wrong to not mention the fact that our adult players aren't here tonight, but we have a fine big adult panel. They train, believe it or not, Sunday morning is their preferred morning of choice for training, and you'd want to be up early now to meet them over here. They train at 8:30 on a Sunday morning, and they train again on another evening during the week. More often than not, it's a Tuesday night. But a very dedicated bunch of players, not unlike all of the players that we have here. And it's lovely to see the want from all the underage teams up along to be part of that adult panel. It's fantastic.
Now, if anybody want to join the club again, how can they do so, and who do they contact?
They can link in with any of the coaches here. We've 42 coaches, FL, female liaison officers and officers of the club. There's loads of us around, but certainly if anybody was interested in joining, link in with myself or Tom or anybody on the executive. You know people around the place. I know the Arravale Rovers top is spotted far and wide, and we've a fairly active Facebook presence and social media presence, but I think we're all fairly well known. But certainly myself and Tom will be able to point you in the right direction, point anybody in the right direction, and everybody is welcome in those gates. Everybody.
Folks, it has been an absolute pleasure speaking to both of you,
and thank
Anne
you
Marie,
very much,
and to
Stevie.
Tom as well.
Thanks a million, Stevie. Stevie, just before we finish, can I just give a quick mention to our committee? We've some very hard, myself and Anne Marie are only two faces from the committee. We've a very hard working committee, and a lot of past members of our committee that have worked very, very hard in the last 19 years. We're leading into in 2025 our 20th anniversary, Stevie, and I think it's only fitting as well that you give a mention to some of our past committee members. The good news there, we have actually two of our founder committee members we have back with us, involved with our Gaelic from others this year, Josephine Ryan and Sadie Redfern. Helen Cremens, our former chairperson, also very involved here, daughter's still playing, so there's great, look, I can't mention everyone or I'll forget someone, but there's been great people as well as coaches, committee members to come through this place over the last 19 years. Joan Houston, our club registrar, is one of the founding members of the Ladies Club as well, and she's still with us. So just to finish, and Carmel, who we met there coaching the under 10s. So these people are gold to us here, Stevie, and as we say to Carmel every year, long may it continue. So again, thanks a million, Stevie, for all your help this evening.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to both of you, Tom and Anne Marie, and there's two ladies I would like to thank as well, and that's Lily Maher. She was here with us a little bit earlier, and a big thanks to Lily, and also to Grace Hogan. Grace, thank you, because again, without your help it would be impossible to do exactly what we're doing. So thank you, Grace. There you go. Okay folks, it's all happening every Friday evening here at Sean Tracy Park in Tipperary Town. It is the home of Arravale Rovers.